Sean Spicer is being trolled on Instagram for posting decadent photos of a giant bottle of champagne, while protesters nearby played distressing recordings of young immigrant children crying for their parents. The former White House press secretary was attending a fundraiser by pro-Trump America First PAC at the Trump International Hotel in Washington, D.C. on Tuesday. Spicer posted photos of himself mingling with celebrities at the glamorous event, which cost at least $100,000 a ticket, before sharing a photo of two staff members holding a huge bottle of Veuve liquid worth hundreds and hundreds of dollars. "If you are having champagne at Trumfitals, make sure you have enough for everyone," he captioned the photo on Instagram. But the post has been slammed by critics as out of touch, tone-deaf, and even led to comparisons of Spicer to Marie Antoinette, who famously announced to the starving French poor who ran out of bread, "Let them eat cake," because as Spicer schmoozed with wealthy Republicans and sporting stars inside the luxury venue, outside protesters had gathered to demonstrate against the administration's zero-tolerance policy on immigration, criminally prosecuting migrants who cross the U.S.-Mexico border and separating them from their children. The policy has seen more than 2,000 children ripped from their parents since it was introduced in April. American Bridge, a liberal super PAC, played audio, first obtained by ProPublica, of migrant children being ripped apart from their families. The distressing recording captures children, who can be as young as 18 months, when taken from their parents, crying and calling out for their mama and papa. "Tonight, we make sure that at Real Donald Trump and his rich cronies hear the impact of his cruel, heartless policies," the group tweeted before the event. They later posted video of guests walking past the speakers as they entered the fundraiser. Share this article. Share the stark contrast between the protesters fighting for poor migrant families and Spicer's luxury bottle of champagne enraged many on Instagram, who accused Spicer of being either the most tone-deaf individual in the world or the most heartless. "Did you walk past the speaker blaring the sounds of the children in cages crying for their parents on your way in? What a horrifying, hateful person you are. The shame of this will haunt you all for the rest of your lives," one Instagram user wrote. A classy juxtaposition to babies crying because they were torn from the arms of their mothers. "This administration has no decency," Gene Keenan added. "Children are in Trump concentration camps. But cheers, you heartless excuse for a human," another commenter wrote. Jake Walker demanded to know, "Are you celebrating the opening of Trump's fourth baby prison? Monsters. Wow. Uncaring. Tone-deaf. I thought Catholics cared about social justice," Jane Gibbs added. "Are you serious?" asked another. "Spicer, you put Marie Antoinette to shame." Trump was scheduled to be the keynote speaker at the America First Action fundraiser, where donors paid $100,000 for general admission tickets and $250,000 for VIP tickets. Other guests included Donald Trump Jr., Sins, Tom Cotton and Ted Cruz, former Arkansas governor, Mike Huckabee, and House Majority Leader Kevin McCarthy. Spicer, who stepped down from his role as press secretary after multiple missteps last July, is not the only politician to face heat over Trump's immigration policy. Homeland Security Secretary Kirstjen Nielsen was also heckled by protesters after she dined at a Mexican restaurant in D.C. on Tuesday.